Isn't it amazing to think, like 2 months ago, you were in San Jose, you had been there for several years, there was so much stability in life. And when you got traded, obviously, it's going to put you in contention to, win a Stanley Cup and do a lot of great things here, whatever happens in the rest of this regular season. But I'm talking about the aspect of change, how that changed for you, and now how the world has entirely changed. What do you make of the current state of things?
I mean, what a year it's been, really.
Right.
I think for anybody, not just myself or not just a hockey player or a Sharks player specifically, if you were to talk to us in August, what things would be like come March, March time,
Right.
what it would be. And I think it's just at this stage with how everything's gone for me, I almost feel like a little bit of just a lone ranger with where I'm at. I don't know, my place in San Jose, and then obviously in Vancouver. That's a long ways from here right now to kind of go through what the world's dealing with. And I'm just again, it's a pretty good location here, and I've just been doing my best again to stay healthy, to kind of stay motivated as much as it is too. I mean, for myself, leaving San Jose, like you'd said, I was there for a long time. I had a home there. I had everything kind of, as you said, stability, and I think the opportunity to come out here to Washington has been great from day one. I mean, there's been a lot of guys here who even during this time, whether it's just a few of us getting together and playing some tennis and in the area. I mean, there's a good chunk of guys that are still in town. So it's kind of been nice to at least have a little bit of that, other than staring at a wall. I've done more puzzles and watched more Netflix, and I think a lot of people could. I think though, when it does come to the actual hockey part of things, it has been good out here. It's been a change of scenery for sure. A lot of new things when it comes to the actual hockey, from the systems to the personnel. Just a lot of new things, and then I think that's kind of a breath of fresh air in a certain sense, where you kind of, wow, we're trying to win a Stanley Cup now, and we're really trying to make a push for things. And it was fun to be a part of a lot of success in San Jose for the 5-6 years that I was there, and I'll forever cherish that time, from the fans to the city, and I'll definitely go back and visit and see some of my friends that are in the town. But to come out here already, it's been a great group of guys, from management to the coaches to the players specifically too. Really made me feel at home, and on the ice it's been fun too.
So there's two things about your going to Washington that really struck me, and the first was obviously that last interview you did at SAP Center. Dilly, the emotions you showed there touched everybody. Now, I do have to say, you made it awkward on the post-game show because you ended the interview in tears, and then they cut to us. and Curtis Brown and I are both sitting there getting emotional. Like you, we're sad about the situation, but I want to say that was one of the coolest things I'd ever seen, and I know it was spur of the moment. But the other thing that also brought a big smile to my face was seeing you in the coming days and weeks with your new teammates. I think they put your locker stall right next to Ovi, which was awesome. And then a week later, you're doing all the handshakes with the boys out there. So those two things, to see how much you missed it here, but how well you fit in already out there, very touching from a human side, I have to say.
Oh, I appreciate that. I mean, I think for you guys in the studio, you didn't see how smoky it was there in the room at the time, so it was tough.
Somebody was chopping onions.
Yeah. But, it is for I think all, not just myself or for hockey players, but professional athletes in general. It's not just somewhere that you work. It's not just somewhere that you move to for hockey. It becomes your home. It becomes your family, your teammates. It becomes, second nature. Where the streets, the people you meet, not just at the rink, but at the grocery stores, the mall, whatever it might be. You really build those relationships, and then really with one phone call, your life can completely change. You're going from, in my case, one side of the country to the other.
Right.
You're going and meeting 22, 23 new coworkers that you're going to see every day. And I was very lucky to come to a team like Washington, where when I did come out this way, the guys, I was sitting right in between Ovi and Johnny Carlson. So It was pretty cool to be a part of that, and I think just the opportunity for me on the ice. I mean, it was a perfect fit for my kind of game, being able to skate, move pucks, and play my physical brand of hockey. I think it was pretty seamless, and I think for a lot of the guys, making me feel comfortable. Oshie, the handshake guy, getting everybody involved, and it was funny because after it was blowing up on social media a little bit, and a couple of buddies of mine were texting me, and we didn't even know there was a camera there, and it just kind of like, oh, I don't know if we
Of course.
wanted everyone to see all the handshakes, but yeah, it was quick. It was almost like I had to learn that before I could get on the ice with the fellas.
You almost have to assume that there's a camera everywhere nowadays, Dilly, and that
Yeah,
it's
you're right,
recording,
you're right.